And it's very important these days to create videos or create a brand strategy, have a brand strategy targeted to people wanting to work at your organization. For one thing, unemployment levels are very low, so there's a war for talent out there, so you want to stand out. And the second reason is because demographic changes. So we all know the story of how the millennials and Generation X have surpassed the baby boomers when it comes to who makes up the majority of the workforce. And what millennials or Generation X are looking for now is much more different than what baby boomers would look for in terms of for a job. And just to explain just how important it is to have this talent branding, here's one of the co-founders, one of my clients that I work with at Vested.
So talent branding is really important in today's market for candidates, probably more than it's ever been. The reality is millennials and Gen Zs, they care more about the company than they do about the specific job. And not to mention it's a highly competitive market right now for candidates. It's a candidate-driven market. If you're not coming up with unique value propositions or some emotional appeal to why a candidate would want to come or be interested in your opportunity or your company, other organizations that you're competing with for talent are, and you're at a significant disadvantage.
Most millennials don't just look for salary or benefits anymore. They look for mentoring, they look for a better environment, they emphasize benefits far more than salary, they look for company culture. So you have to be able to communicate these things to a typical millennial worker. And the best way to do that is through video. If you look at Generation X and millennials, 90% of them have smartphones. Even baby boomers have, I think 70% of them use smartphones. And most people who have smartphones these days watch video on their phone. So if you're an organization that's serious about attracting the new workforce or attracting millennials to work at your startup or work at your company, then you definitely have to think about brand strategy and using video to promote your brand.